Hi, everyone, and welcome to Elder Wisdom. My name's Evelyn, and at 82 years old, I've lived through more changes than I can count. Some I welcomed with open arms, others that knocked me off my feet. But today, I'm not here to talk about my own journey. Instead, I want to share something that's been a gift to me in these later years. The incredible wisdom I've gained from my daughter, Laura, about embracing change. Change is one of life's constants, isn't it? Whether it's a new chapter like moving away, a shift in your daily routine, or something bigger that shakes your whole world, it can feel overwhelming. For a long time, I thought I'd seen it all, that I had the answers. But watching Laura navigate her own life with courage, grace, and a spark I can't quite describe has taught me more than I ever expected. She's shown me that change isn't just something to endure, it's something to embrace. So, I've put together 6 essential insights that my daughter has taught me about facing change head on. These aren't just passing thoughts. They're lessons carved out of real moments from her life and mine that I believe can help you too. Whether you're in the thick of a transition yourself or guiding someone you love through one, stick with me until the end. These insights might just surprise you. And if you know someone who could use a little encouragement, please share this video with them. It could be exactly what they need to hear. Let's get started with the first insight. Insight 1. Stepping into the unknown with confidence. The first insight Laura gave me is about stepping into the unknown with confidence. When Laura was 28, she decided to pack up her life in our small town and move to a bustling city for a job opportunity she couldn't pass up. I'll never forget the day she told me. We were sitting at the kitchen table, cups of tea steaming between us, and she said, "Mom, I'm terrified, but I can't let that stop me." I was proud, but I was worried too. How would she manage in a place where she didn't know a soul? What I saw next amazed me. Laura didn't just survive that move, she thrived. She rented a tiny apartment, figured out the subway system, and started exploring. She joined a book club to meet people, took herself on walks to learn the city's rhythm, and kept a journal to process it all. When we'd talk, she'd tell me about the quirky coffee shop she found, or the friends she'd made at work. Sure, there were lonely days. She admitted that, but she didn't let them define her. She faced the unknown with a quiet confidence, trusting that she'd find her footing. That taught me something profound. Change often means stepping into a space where you don't have all the answers, and that's okay. Laura showed me that confidence isn't about knowing everything. It's about believing you can figure it out as you go. At 82, I've had to face my own unknowns, like losing friends or adjusting to new technology, and her example reminds me to take that first step, even when I'm unsure. If you're staring down a big change, think about this. What's one small action you can take to step into it with confidence? Maybe it's signing up for something new or just telling yourself, "I've got this." Drop a comment below and share a time when you stepped into the unknown. What gave you the confidence to keep going? Your story might light the way for someone else. Insight 2. Reinventing yourself through bold choices. Insight number 2. Reinventing yourself through bold choices. A few years after settling into the city, Laura hit me with another surprise. She'd been working in a steady accounting job, but one day she called and said, "Mom, I'm quitting. I'm going to start my own photography business. I nearly dropped the phone. She'd always loved taking pictures, but this was a leap. Leaving a secure paycheck for something so uncertain. Laura didn't rush in blindly, though. She'd been saving money, taking night classes to sharpen her skills, and building a small client list on the side. When she finally made the jump, it wasn't smooth sailing. There were months when the bills barely got paid, and she'd second-guess herself late at night. But she kept going. She'd send me photos of weddings she'd shot or families she'd captured, and I could hear the pride in her voice. Today, she runs a business she loves, all because she dared to reinvent herself. From Laura, I learned that change isn't just about adapting. It's about choosing who you want to become. She taught me that bold moves, even risky ones, can lead to a life that feels more like you. I think about that when I'm tempted to stick with what's comfortable, like when I hesitated to join a senior's art class. Laura's courage pushed me to try it, and now I've got a few paintings I'm pretty proud of. If you're feeling stuck, ask yourself, what's one bold choice you could make to reinvent a piece of your life? It doesn't have to be huge, just something that excites you. In the comments, tell us about a time you reinvented yourself or a bold choice you're thinking about making. Let's cheer each other on. Insight 3. Nurturing connections across distance. Insight number 3. Nurturing connections across distance. When Laura moved away, I worried we'd drift apart. I'd always been the one to host family dinners or pop by her place with a batch of cookies, but distance changed that, and I wasn't sure how we'd stay close. Laura, though, had other plans. She set up a routine. Every Sunday we'd video chat, catching up over coffee like we were still at that kitchen table. She'd text me silly updates during the week, and once she even mailed me a scarf she'd found that she knew I'd love. It wasn't just about us either. I saw how she kept her friendships alive, planning virtual game nights with old college buddies or sending voice messages to check in. When her best friend moved overseas, Laura didn't let the miles break their bond. They'd watch the same movie online and talk about it after. She put in the effort, and it paid off. That showed me that change doesn't have to weaken your connections. It can deepen them if you're intentional. I've taken her lead, reaching out to friends I hadn't seen in years, and it's brought so much warmth back into my days. If distance is testing a relationship in your life, think, what's one way you can show someone they still matter to you? Share in the comments how you've kept a connection strong despite distance, or a trick you'd like to try. Your ideas could help someone feel less alone. Insight 4. Rising strong after setbacks. Life threw Laura a curveball when she was 35. She'd been dating someone she really cared about, and we all thought it was heading somewhere special. Then, out of the blue, he ended it. Laura was heartbroken. I could hear it in her voice when she called me, trying to hold back tears. For a while, she was quiet, unsure of herself in a way I hadn't seen before, but Laura didn't stay down. She leaned on her friends, started journaling to sort through her feelings, and even took up running, something she'd never done before. One day she told me, "Mom, I'm not going to let this define me. I'm going to come out stronger." And she did. She rebuilt her confidence, started dating again when she was ready, and found a peace that wasn't tied to anyone else. Watching her rise from that setback taught me that change, even painful change, can be a turning point. Laura showed me that strength isn't about avoiding the fall. It's about how you get back up. I've leaned on that lesson myself, like when I lost my husband and had to find my footing again. If you're facing a setback, ask, what's one step you can take to start rising strong? In the comments, share a setback you've overcome or how you're working through one now. Your resilience might inspire someone else to keep going. Insight 5. Growing through curiosity. Insight number 5. Growing through curiosity. Laura's always had a curious streak, but it really shone through a few years ago when she decided to learn Spanish at 45. She wasn't planning a trip or a job change. She just wanted to challenge herself. I'd catch her practicing with apps on her phone, muttering words over breakfast, or laughing at her own mistakes. She joined a language group, swapped stories with new friends, and even cooked us a paella one night to celebrate her progress. What struck me wasn't just that she learned something new. It was the joy she found in it. She'd tell me, "Mom, it's like my brain's waking up again." That curiosity kept her growing, and it spilled over into other parts of her life. She started gardening, took up knitting, always chasing something fresh. Laura taught me that change isn't just about what happens to you. It's about choosing to grow through it. Her curiosity inspired me to try new things too, like that art class I mentioned, and it's kept my days feeling alive. If you're craving growth, what's one thing you're curious about that you could explore? Tell us in the comments something new you've learned lately or a skill you're curious to pick up. Let's spark some inspiration together. Insight 6. Finding purpose in helping others. Insight number 6. Finding purpose in helping others. Despite her busy life, Laura always makes time to give back. A couple of years ago, she started volunteering at a community center, teaching photography to kids who couldn't afford classes. She'd come home buzzing with stories about a shy girl who lit up behind the camera or a boy who sold his first print. It wasn't easy fitting it into her schedule, but she'd say, "Mom, this is what keeps me grounded." Seeing her pour herself into those kids showed me that change can be a chance to make a difference. Laura found purpose in helping others, and it gave her a glow I can't explain. That lesson hit me hard. At 82, I thought my giving days were behind me. But she nudged me to start knitting scarves for a local shelter. It's small, but it's brought me a sense of purpose I didn't expect. If you're navigating a change, think, how could you use it to help someone else? Share in the comments a way you've given back or a cause you'd love to support. Let's spread some kindness together. There you have it. 6 essential insights on embracing change, straight from my daughter Laura's life to yours. From stepping into the unknown with confidence to finding purpose in helping others, these lessons have reshaped how I see change at 82. They've shown me that it's not just about surviving life shifts, it's about thriving through them with a little wisdom from the ones we love. Change will always come, but Laura's taught me it's a doorway to something more, not something to fear. I hope these insights stick with you, whether you're facing a big move, a tough moment, or just the everyday shifts we all navigate. Thanks for spending this time with me. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and share it with someone who might need it. Your support keeps us going here at Elder Wisdom. One last thing. In the comments, let me know which of these 6 insights hit home for you and why. I read every single one, and your stories brighten my day. Until next time, keep embracing change and learning from the amazing people around you. See you soon.